Have you ever thought I'm just too shy to speak confidently, or I can never be confident like others? Or perhaps you've heard someone speak quickly and fluently, making you wonder, why can't I do that? If I slow down, will I sound less fluent and bore my coworkers? Will they think I'm foolish for forgetting words? I've had all these thoughts in my second language and in English. However, I discovered that these beliefs were myths, false ideas. Recognizing the truth completely changed my mindset, my learning approach, my motivation to practice, and my progress in speaking. Most importantly, it gave me the confidence to persevere, both in my second language and in English. Today, I want to help you become a confident English speaker by distinguishing myth from reality and providing practical steps to boost your English confidence and fluency. If this is your first time here, welcome to our channel. I'm really excited today to talk about this important topic, speaking English with confidence. I know a lot of you want to speak English well, but sometimes you feel a bit nervous or shy, right? Maybe you worry about making mistakes or that people won't understand you. I get it. I felt the same way when I was learning English. But today, I want to tell you something really important. You absolutely can do it. Yes, you can speak English confidently, and I'm here to help you learn how. In this lesson, I'll address 5 common myths about fluency and confidence, and highlight the truth to help you move forward. Believing false ideas hinders progress, but understanding the reality and taking practical steps can change that. First, let's think about why English is so important. It's a global language spoken by people all over the world. Here are a few great reasons to learn it. Talking to people from different countries. English helps you connect with people from all over. If you travel, you can use English to ask for directions, order food, or make new friends. Studying and learning new things. So much information online, books, websites, videos is in English. Knowing English opens up a whole world of learning about science, technology, history, and lots of other cool stuff. Finding better jobs. Many companies around the world use English. If you speak English well, you'll have more chances to find good jobs and work with international teams. Traveling easily. When you visit other countries, English can help you communicate at airports, hotels, and tourist spots. So as you can see, learning English is really useful. But how can you become more confident when you speak English? Let me share some simple tips with you. Here are the 5 myths we'll discuss. Some people are naturally confident speakers. Fluent English is always fast English. Confident speakers never need to seek clarification. Confident speakers never experience setbacks or make mistakes. You either have confidence or you don't. Myth number 1. Some people are naturally confident speakers. I believed this for years, observing my extroverted husband, who always seemed comfortable speaking to anyone confidently in both English and his second language. It used to make me jealous. You might also believe that extroverts are naturally confident due to their outgoing, energetic, and conversational nature. This myth can lead to another, that introverts can't be confident speakers. Introverts are often seen as shy, reserved, and withdrawn. However, many introverts enjoy being around people and feel comfortable in certain situations. The key difference is that introverts prefer to think before speaking, while extroverts think aloud. The reality is that introverts can absolutely be confident, fluent, and speak with exceptional clarity in any situation. I know this because I am highly shy and introverted, and I work with many students worldwide who share these traits in their native and non-native languages, yet they develop these skills. I want to help you develop clarity, fluency, and confidence. Here's a practical approach to help you speak confidently in any situation. Use your natural skills as an introvert to your advantage. Even if you're not an introvert in your native language, you might experience some of these feelings in English due to anxiety. The advice applies in both cases. Capitalize on your tendency to think before speaking. By giving yourself time, you can organize your thoughts and be better prepared to share them confidently. This is a skill used by many powerful public speakers, including introverts. Practice this in real life. Whenever possible, take time to prepare or organize your thoughts beforehand. Think through the discussion you'll have, jot down notes, and practice saying them aloud to get comfortable with your voice and the words. Doing this in advance allows you to organize your thoughts without immediate judgment. This is helpful for job interviews, meetings, or book club discussions when you know the topic. In the middle of a conversation, you can also pause briefly to organize your next thought. Don't try to plan everything. Just focus on the immediate idea. This encourages small pauses, allowing you to breathe and organize your thoughts, taking the pressure off. If you're worried about pausing, use phrases to buy time, such as, "Just give me a moment to think," or, "Can you come back to me in a moment? I just need a moment to think about this." You might think we don't always have time to prepare, and pauses will make you sound slow. While we don't always have preparation time, we have more opportunities than we realize. Regular speaking practice, including preparation, improves spontaneous speaking. Now let's address the fear of sounding slow. This leads to myth number 2. Fluent speakers are always fast speakers. This is a common misconception, often reinforced by English-speaking TV shows and sitcoms using unnaturally fast speech for effect. While some English speakers speak very quickly, this doesn't equate to good communication. In fact, they might speak so fast that other native English speakers struggle to understand them. Let me repeat. Fast speech doesn't equal effective communication. Other native speakers might not understand them. The speaker then demonstrates fast, unclear speech. Did that sound clear, confident, and fluent? It was fast, but was it good communication? No. The reality is that fluency is smooth, natural, clear communication, where you are in control. When I spoke very fast, I felt out of control, my brain was chaotic, and I likely made mistakes I couldn't catch because I didn't give myself time to organize my thoughts carefully. Again, fluency is smooth, natural, and clear communication with you in control. Practical advice. Aim for clarity over speed. Speaking quickly isn't the same as speaking clearly. To improve clarity and overall fluency, use small pauses while speaking. Notice how I use them between sentences and within long sentences, between word groups or single thoughts, and before and after words I want to emphasize. These pauses give me time to breathe, crucial for calm and clear thinking. Briefly consider my next words, grammar, pronunciation, and ultimately bring clarity to my speech, making it smooth, natural, and easy for you to understand. If I speak too fast, you'll miss important details. I'll struggle to breathe and focus, and I'll make more mistakes. If you doubt this, observe skilled public speakers on podcasts or TED Talks. You'll see they use pauses effectively. Myth number 3. Confident speakers never seek clarification. You might worry that asking for clarification shows weakness or a lack of confidence. However, the opposite is true. Confident speakers readily ask for clarification, demonstrating engagement and a commitment to understanding. This is also a sign of active listening in English-speaking culture. Practical steps. Practice asking for clarification in comfortable conversations to become familiar with specific phrases and questions. Once comfortable, you'll be more likely to use them when you genuinely need to understand. Some helpful phrases include, "Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Would you mind repeating what you said? I'm not sure I'm following you. Could you explain what you mean by, or could you give me an example of what you mean by that? Would you mind saying that again? I want to make sure I've understood perfectly." These phrases are appropriate for various situations, from work instructions to family discussions. Myth number 4. Confident speakers don't have setbacks. They don't make mistakes, and they don't fumble over their words. This is definitely a myth. I fumble, make mistakes, and lose my train of thought all the time. My team and students can attest to this. In spontaneous conversations, our brains don't always perfectly communicate with our mouths. We forget things, stumble over words, and our minds go blank. These things happen to everyone, even skilled communicators. Consistent practice can reduce these occurrences, improve control while speaking, and help you regain control when you feel lost. Recently, in my Confident Women community, I forgot the simple word journal while explaining how to use a progress journal. For a moment, I panicked and felt silly, but I used my skills to regain control. First, I took a deep breath to calm down. Then, I tried to find an alternative way to describe it. And while doing so, the word came back to me because I stopped panicking and found a way forward. This skill develops with practice, and importantly, confidence comes from knowing you can overcome setbacks. Practical advice. Practice speaking in safe environments where mistakes are acceptable and you can practice recovery skills. As a perfectionist and introvert, I prefer to have everything organized in my mind before speaking and dislike making mistakes. However, they do happen, and it's natural to feel annoyed or embarrassed. When mistakes occur, pause briefly, take a deep breath to calm down, and regain control, giving your brain time. You can then correct the mistake or move past it. For example, use sentence starters like, "Oh, what I meant to say was," or apologize and correct yourself. "Oh, I'm sorry. What I meant to say was." If comfortable, you can even joke about it. "Sorry, I think I had too much coffee this morning." In casual situations, simply say, "Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. I meant to say, this is what I did when I forgot." Journal. Crucially, find a safe place to practice speaking where you can make mistakes and learn to overcome them. I encourage you to find a speaking community where you feel safe practicing with others, perhaps a supportive coworker or neighbor. Myth number 5. You either have confidence or you don't. This is an all-or-nothing perspective that assumes if you lack confidence now, you can never achieve it. This isn't true. Confidence is absolutely attainable for you. Every confident speaker started at the beginning, learned the basics of clear communication, practiced consistently, observed their skills, learned to overcome mistakes, and continued to practice to refine their communication. Even after gaining confidence, they continue to practice with a growth mindset. This is true for me and every skilled communicator I know. When you hear a skilled public speaker, podcaster, or fluent coworker, you're hearing their highlight reel, not the months and years of preparation. Confidence is nurtured and developed over time through practice and exposure to different situations. Practical advice: embrace the confidence-building learning cycle. Whether learning an instrument, a sport, or a new skill, there's a natural process of learning and gaining confidence. This cycle involves learning to inform your actions, improving your ability, shifting your self-beliefs, building confidence, and motivating continued learning. Notice that this cycle doesn't include waiting for motivation or confidence. These come from taking action. The best way to gain confidence in anything, including speaking English, is to take action and repeat it. Here are 8 recommendations to start taking action and getting speaking practice now. Join an English speaking community, online or in person. Join a club or volunteer organization where English is spoken, e.g., a book club or art gallery. Find a language coach or teacher you trust for speaking classes. Ask a coworker or neighbor for regular speaking practice sessions. Listen to English podcasts or TED Talks, note new vocabulary, and then summarize what you heard aloud, incorporating the new words. Talk to yourself aloud in English when alone. Join a speaking-focused organization like Toastmasters. The most important thing is to take action. Start small, expand your comfort zone gradually, and work with supportive people. This will lead to improved abilities, renewed motivation, increased confidence, and better fluency. In this lesson, I've shared several options for your next step. So what action step are you committed to taking? What's one thing you can do this week to take action in your English? Share it with me below. I'd love to cheer you on. If you found this lesson helpful, Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for weekly lessons, and leave a comment below. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.